In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single gallery of grades MSP here in NHL 25. 2 weeks worth of MSPs, 10 in total, are going to be put onto this tier list that you see here with the different rankings of must make, great options, good options, mid, do not make, and goalies. Now let me level with you, the MSPs from this event may be some of the best cards in the entire game. This is going to be the hardest tier list I've ever had to do. The 5 MSPs from week number 1 and from week number 2 all have certain stats that hit 99 overall and have free silver and gold abilities. So with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. And we'll go ahead and start it off easy with the week 1 goalie, Dominik Hasek, and the week 2 goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury. Goalies have their own special tier here because I really don't think it's ever worth making a goalie. Find somebody tall and they'll get the job done for you. When it comes to Dominik Hasek, he's my favorite goalie of all time, and I did make his card and he was terrible. Dominik Hasek is 6'1" with the checking boost and agility boost synergies, not that they'll do anything for you. He has gold contortionist and silver post to post, 90 speed, 99 agility on him, and 99 shot recovery. And as for Marc-Andre Fleury, he's a 6'2" goalie with the speed boost and agility boost synergies, gold to post, and silver light work. His 99 stats are speed and agility. Now, between the two goalies, personally, Marc-Andre Fleury looks better in my opinion. He has better abilities. He has 99 speed, which I think is an important stat. But at the end of the day, I don't think either goalie is tall enough to be used on your team. For context, last year in NHL 24, I used base Anthony Stolarz for 6 months. Unfortunately, I cannot suggest Marc-Andre Fleury or Dominik Hasek, so both of them, of course, are just going to go into the goalies tab. Now, just because I don't like them as goalies and I don't think they're tall enough doesn't mean that you're going to feel the same way. I've pled my case and given you my opinion on what I think about goalies here in NHL 25, but if you want to try out Marc-Andre Fleury, maybe you're a massive Penguins fan, or like myself, Dominik Hasek is your favorite goalie of all time, try him out. You may end up loving them and Hasek may have just been bad for me. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to suggest making a goalie. Now, I said this was going to be the hardest tier list I've had to do, and looking at the remaining 8 MSPs, I stand by that. Now, to make it a little bit easier on myself, what I'm going to do is compare the cards from each position, starting with the left-handed defenseman in Ray Bourque. He's 6 foot tall with the offensive defenseman and defensive boost synergies, gold heat seeker, and silver elite edges. Again, these are free abilities. And his 99 overall stats are agility, wrist shot accuracy, and wrist shot power. With synergies on, this card looks really good. 90 speed and acceleration, the slap shot power is 91-92 with the synergy on, and with defensive boost, it actually boosts up his stick checking and shot blocking to help him out a bit. However, then we have Paul Coffey. He is also 6 foot tall with the offensive defenseman synergy and the defensive boost synergy. He has gold elite edges and silver tape to tape. 2 offensive left-handed defensemen with the same synergies and the same height. Paul Coffey's 99 stats are offensive awareness, passing, and agility. When it comes to the skating category, Paul Coffey has Ray Bourque beat in my opinion. He has better speed and acceleration, the same agility, and Bourque's balance and endurance are very slightly higher than Coffey, but I think the speed and acceleration is more important. When it comes to shot, they have the same slap shot, exact same. However, Ray Bourque does have that 99 wrist shot accuracy and power, so obviously Bourque is going to win the shot category. When it comes to hands, it's not even close. Paul Coffey blows Ray Bourque out of the water. The checking categories are so similar that it's almost a wash. They have the same body checking. Bourque has better strength, but Paul Coffey has better durability. It's basically a wash. And then defensively, Ray Bourque has better discipline and better defensive awareness. Paul Coffey has better stick checking. It's a very close race between the 2 left defensemen, but in my opinion, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move Paul Coffey into the great options tier, and Ray Bourque is going to be in the good options tier. Both cards are extremely good, but to me, the skating on Paul Coffey is what sets him apart. Now, is this Paul Coffey a must-make card? I'm going to say no. I don't think this is a card you definitely need to have on your team. Coffey's very comparable to, say, this Morgan Rielly, the Josh Morrissey from the PTN event, and of course, the bunch of different versions of Quinn Hughes. Paul Coffey's going to be a great card, but he's not somebody that you need to make, in my opinion. Although I did go ahead and make him, as I wanted to play him with more Insider, and I am a big Paul Coffey fan. I even have this signed jersey from the man himself. I do think he'll be on your team longer term than Ray Bourque, which is why I have him in great and Bourque in good, but neither of them are must make. So left-handed defensemen are out of the way. Let's go ahead and get into the right-handed defenseman. Starting it off, we have a 6'1" righty with the 2-way defenseman and pinpoint shooting boost synergies with gold thunderclap and silver stick 'em up. His 99 attributes are 99 stick checking and 99 slap shot accuracy and power. I love that 99 stick checking, and he's going to have an absolute cannon from the point, so if you like taking a lot of point shots, there you go. 90 speed and acceleration, decent agility, really good hands on him. However, his checking category is not great. There's only one other right-handed defenseman from this event, and that's the 89 overall, Rob Blake. He's a 6'4" righty with two-way defenseman and agility boost synergies, gold shutdown, and silver thunderclap. Rob Blake's 99 stats are slapshot accuracy and power, body checking, and stick checking and shot blocking. He has 5 different stats at 99. 89 speed and acceleration, 88 wrist shot, great checking category, obviously. His hand's not as good as Zubov's, but how could I not suggest you make this Rob Blake? Zubov has a little bit better skating and a little bit better hands, but other than that, he is blown out of the water by Rob Blake. Especially with that gold shutdown ability, having that completely free as well as silver thunderclap, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. That doesn't mean that this Sergei Zubov is a bad card. He still has 99 shot power and accuracy, but if I had to suggest one from this event, it's definitely gonna be the Rob Blake. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and put Zubov in the good options tier. I think he's a really good card. Rob Blake is almost a must-make, and I might put him there for now. 5 different stats at 99, and 5 good stats at 99 at that, plus the free shutdown. I know there's a lot of right-handed defensemen out there. Moritz Seider, who also has shutdown. We have Dougie Hamilton, the team builder Chris Letang, and he's extremely comparable to the Colton Parayko. Now, of course, Parayko will continue to go up. He has elite edges on him. Parayko also a little bit taller, but those are 2 really comparable cards. And I think unless you have this ASP and this Colton Parayko, this is a card that you should make and will be on your team for an extremely long time because of those 99 stats. Goalies and defense are done. Let's go ahead and move on to the only right-handed winger. It's Brett Hull with the sniper forward and agility boost synergies, gold 1T, and silver snipe. He's a 5'11", 205-pound right-hand winger, 90 speed and acceleration, 90 agility, 90 balance, 99 everything for the shot, and his other 99 stat is offensive awareness. That is 5 stats for Brett Hull at 99. He has good hands, his body checking is not amazing, his strength is good, and of course his defense isn't that good at all. But as a pure sniper, this card is ridiculous. 99 slap shot accuracy and power, and then 99 wrist shot accuracy and power. If you can get that agility boost active, that will help him out a ton. Obviously, it's not ideal that he's not that great of a skater. He's only 5'11", but he's only 90 speed and excel. But putting this card in like Ovi's spot and just feeding him one-timers and giving him snapshots and that, it's just going to be ridiculous. And there's also a severe gap in right-handed wingers right now. Connor Bedard's not a bad option, but taking a look at Connor Bedard versus Brett Hull, well, Brett Hull's actually a much better card in my opinion. This Sam Reinhart might be a little bit more comparable, except for the fact that Sam Reinhart isn't as good as Brett Hull. There's the Shane Doan team builder, who is actually pretty comparable to the Brett Hull, except for Brett Hull's shot is much better, his hands are similar, and obviously Doan's checking is better. But once again, free abilities on the Brett Hull. I'm not going to sneak the Brett Hull into the must-make category. I think his card is absolutely sick, but unfortunately his skating does hold him back. 90 speed and excel and 86 endurance on a 5'11 card. I am going to put Hull in the great options tier, and at the very top of the great options tier here, we'll move him over. If you already have players like the Matt Barzal, the champs card this week is Bill Guerin, and if you're able to get 10 wins and get the 88 Guerin, or if you're a Lord and you're able to get top 100 for the 89 version, you'll have Guerin. Let's say you already have Connor Bedard and maybe you have Fantasy Zetterlund. I don't know if you really need to make Brett Hull, you know what I mean? While their shot's not nearly as good as Brett Hull, I can't really justify saying make Brett Hull, even though he only has 90 speed and acceleration. He'll probably get passed over fairly quickly. I don't think he'll be on your team for a very long time. Sick card, great option, just not quite must make. Now there's 3 cards left for us to talk about, and the first one we're going to talk about is the other right-handed forward from this event. It's Steve Yzerman with playmaking forward and defensive boost synergies. He's 5'10", and this card is purely a center. The 99 stats for this Steve Yzerman are 99 slap shot power and accuracy, and he also has 99 face-offs. The same speed and acceleration as Brett Hull, the same slap shot power and accuracy as Hull, his wrist shot not nearly as good. And if you are looking for a right-handed center, this is an awesome card. But I don't think he's the best center from this event. Now, Steve Yzerman is my favorite player of all time, and when ranking his card, I don't want to hold any bias. I think I'm going to put Steve Yzerman at the very top of the good options tier. So let's move him up here. Now hear me out here, because I know there's going to be some controversy with this one. People love that 99 face-off stat. He has gold quick draw to help you out with face-off, silver 1T as a free ability as well. But the thing is, there's just so many centers available in the game right now. And not only that, Steve Yzerman isn't the best skater. His 99 face-offs and 99 slap shot are awesome, but I can't justify having Steve Yzerman any higher when there's still 2 centers to talk about. Like the next card here in Mark Messier. He's 6'2" with the power forward and defensive boost synergies, gold unstoppable force, and silver quick draw, and his 99 stats are, well, 99 faceoffs, 99 strength, and 99 balance. He's much taller than Iceman, but has the same speed and acceleration. 99 balance, 99 faceoffs, 99 strength. This is a really hard card to knock off the puck, especially with the free gold unstoppable force. And in my opinion, he's the best center currently available. Cards we can compare him to, well, we have the JT Miller, 90 speed acceleration on him. Obviously, I think I'm taking Mark Messier over this card. We have the Joe Thornton, same speed and acceleration, but I think Messier is better than Thornton as well, especially with the free abilities. Though they are pretty comparable. I think Messier is one of the best centers in the game currently in total. However, I'm not going to be putting Mark Messier in the must-make tab. I am keeping him in great options. There's still an absolute ton of centers that can take his spot and play almost just as well. This card is going to be absolutely sick. There's no doubt in my mind. But if you already got the free Thornton and the free Miller, odds are you've already worked towards a bunch of other centers as well, because centers seem to be in a massive surplus. Maybe you went ahead and made that Dalibor Dvorsky, who is looking absolutely sick. He has 95 faceoffs with the synergy active. Make it snappy, elite edges, better skating than Messier, and a much better shooting category. Nick Suzuki is a recent center as well. He goes up to 93 faceoffs, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. Like, do you really need to get the Messier over the Suzuki? Nicholas Backstrom recently came out, and this is going to be an awesome card, and you're obviously not going to want to take the team builder off your team. We have the hologram icons. We have Gretzky. We do have Lemieux, Matt Sundin. And of course, recently the Pat LaFontaine just came out. I think you see where I'm going with this. It's a great card, but there's just so many center options that I don't think that you're missing out on too much if you don't get them. A really sick card that you could take all the way to endgame on your 4th line, but I suspect by then we're going to have better options. Now, Messier is a pure center. You're not going to want to play him on the wing. The final card we're talking about can play center or the wing, and it's the 89 overall Joe Sakic. He's a 5'11" left-handed forward with sniper forward and deking boost synergies, gold make it snappy, silver born leader, and this Joe Sakic only has 2 99 overall stats: wrist shot accuracy and wrist shot power. It's weird that some cards got 5, some cards only got 2. 93 speed and acceleration, 94 agility, 93 slap shot power and accuracy. His hands are sick. Obviously not a great checker, but he has decent strength, and his defense is, well, meh. He has 93 faceoffs, so you can play him as a center, but with that 93 speed and acceleration, you can also play him on the wing. Versatile cards are very important. Steve Yzerman, too slow to play on the wing. Mark Messier, too slow to play on the wing. The reason I don't have Brett Hull as a must-make card is because he's too slow. This is not a problem for Joe Sakic. When looking at the tier list, I mean, that versatility is very important. He could go all the way up into must-make. Now, I'm saying he could go there, but hold on. Here's a look at the Nikita Kucherov that came out also at 89 overall. 93 speed and acceleration. He's got a crazy shot category, crazy hands. So there's the MSP Kucherov and his X-Factor version. The team builder Marian Hossa just came out, very comparable to the Joe Sakic. There's the Connor McDavid, who I personally think is the best card in the game right now. And I'm definitely playing McDavid over the Sakic. The one thing I will say, if you don't have that Connor McDavid, if you don't have the X-Factor or the Frozen Forces McDavid, Joe Sakic might be your next best option. Doing the objectives and the moments in Wildcard gives you some of these MSPs by trading everything in for free. And if what you really need is a left-handed forward, I think Joe Sakic is where you go. He's the best skater from this event, has the best wrist shot from this event. He can play center, he can play wing, he has great hands. He has one of my favorite abilities in the game in Born Leader, and he has free gold, make it snappy. I'm gonna leave Joe Sakic in the must-make category, but I can definitely see a scenario where you have too many left-handed forwards as it is, and you don't need Joe Sakic. McDavid, Kucherov, a bunch of the fantasy cards, team builders, whatever. If you already have these cards, maybe don't make Joe Sakic. But this Joe Sakic card will be usable for a very long time. High faceoffs, really good shot, and good skating. I struggle to keep him in must-make, but that's where I put him, and that's where I'm going to leave him. So there's a look at the final tier list for the Gallery of Greats event here in NHL 25. Every card from this event, aside from the goalies, are really good in my opinion. Having free abilities definitely boosts up every one of these cards as well. I'm trying not to weigh the free abilities too much in here. I could technically put all of these cards in great options, and I think that would be justifiable. 1 defenseman in the must-make, 1 forward in the must-make, and 6 cards that you cannot go wrong with if you want them on your team. Let me know down below if you agree with my tier list, and I guarantee you right now there's going to be a lot of comments disagreeing, and that's what this is all about. Leave your comment, let's start a conversation, and maybe you can convince me and others why one card is better than the other. I'm wide open for this entire event. I think the only completely unanimous one here is the Rob Blake. I think Rob Blake is the best defenseman from this event, hands down. Other than that, you could make a case that maybe Steve Yzerman's better than Mark Messier. Maybe you think Ray Bourque is definitely better than Paul Coffey. Let me know down below and let's start that discussion. Anyways, y'all, thank you for watching. Have a great night. See you right here on the channel with another video, but for now, I'm gone.